I've been wearing this brand new boot from Vivo Barefoot. It's the Tracker All-Terrain. With its revised sole and aggressive lug pattern, is this a boot that you should be investing in for your all-terrain adventures? Stick around to find out. As an indication where this boot fits in the Vivo Barefoot outdoor range is, this is £200. You have the traditional Old Faithful, the Tracker FG2, which is £190. This is the boot that is responsible for my love affair with Vivo Barefoot. I love the bracken colourway, I love the red lacing. This has taken me on many adventures and they still hold a really dear place in my heart. They have a real heritage, old school traditional look to them. However, their performance lets them down a little bit, and that is primarily the grip on the sole. They're absolutely fine for going to a coffee shop, but I found myself when I was out on adventures, especially on steep uphill, downhill gradients, the traction just wasn't good enough. Bring in the big daddy Tracker Forest ESC, £210. These are the ultimate expression of a hiking boot. I absolutely love these, where you can see the differences in their sole. Go from least aggressive all the way to the most aggressive. These have taken me across different countries and the Michelin sole is unmatched. It is fantastic. However, the Michelin sole is overkill for just popping to the shops. That's when I was presented the opportunity to be part of the wearer test trial for the Tracker AT. They have some really nice performance-based features, and congrats to the design team for creating such a comprehensive product. Super grateful to be involved in the wearer test trial. And that brings us on to today, this version that you can now buy. I love this black with the gum colorway. They are also available in that more traditional bracken and red lumberjack style, very similar to that of the Tracker FGs. And if you would prefer a textile version, then check out this vegan upgrade with 100% recycled animal-free materials, or the amazing looking silver birch for that full gulp core style. I think they look very contemporary. I think they've breathed a new life into the Tracker range with this model. Let's talk about some of the features of the boots. They've got a gusseted tongue, which is really nice. You're not going to get any undue water or any debris when you're out on your adventures. The waterproof membrane has actually been removed, so they're technically classed as water resistant, but I can attest even ankle deep in a stream they've kept my feet nice and dry. And also removing that internal membrane means that there's less plastic and they are more breathable, making them easier to repair at the end of life. Also included in the boot is a thermal insole, which is temperature regulating, and it means that in those colder conditions your feet can stay nice and warm. A bonded sole, which makes it a lot better for end of life and repair. I do have a bit of a gripe with this, but I will get onto that later. As I mentioned earlier, there is this revised sole, which is far better traction. It's almost like a cloven hoof. I am way more impressed by this than the original firm ground sole, which we got on the original Tracker FG. A much flatter profile on the Tracker FG, whereas these have got a far more aggressive sole. They've also got this split design, so it means that it's going to give you loads more traction. They've also got critically placed lugs as well, so you can get more bite on the outside of the boot and also on the inside of the boot. When you're going through undulating ground, it's going to give you way more traction. The textured laces are a really nice feature, and it helps them from coming undone, or gives you a little bit more bite so that they're going to come undone a little less easily. The metal hardware is a nice addition, a very premium finish. And one thing I really like is the addition of this rand, and I think it looks really good in this obsidian and gum colouring. This rand is going to give you a lot more protection. It's also going to extend the life of the boot, because from this high traction area it's going to prevent any excessive wear. So well done Vivo, very good. So in honour of giving a balanced review, I'm going to tell you some things that I am not such a big fan of. One of them is this faux stitch line that's going around the shoe. Now, personally, I would always prefer a stitched sole. I think it gives you more longevity. However, I understand if there is a price consideration, and there's also the fact that a bonded sole, I believe, is easier for end of life and refurbishment and recycling. However, if the sole is not stitched, then get rid of this line, because I find that this gets full of mud. When I'm out and about and then I come home, give my boots a quick clean, that is full of crap. So I have to get like an old toothbrush in there and just give it a good clean out, and that is not ideal. So if it's not bonded, get rid of that line. Overall, I think these are a fantastic boot. The revitalized image is a really nice and welcome addition to the tracker lineup. If you are someone who is looking to move into the barefoot space and is looking for one boot to do it all, then this is a really good option. I've really enjoyed my time in them. Traction has been phenomenal. I think they give you that flexibility to go from an urban environment into an adventure out in the wild, and you're not having to switch between boots. These boots do it all. And if you are considering making a purchase of any of the Vivo Barefoot products, grab yourself a discount and help support the channel. Check out the code in the description. Love, peace.